Hi everybody, Anne-Marie here. Hope you're doing well. I just felt inspired to record this message because of an experience I've had over the last 24 hours. And I'm learning to trust my guidance, and I'm learning to trust my gut, and I'm learning to trust to share things that I meant to share without apology. So this is why I'm doing the recording. So about a week ago, I would say, something like that, I started getting a bit of an upset tummy, and I've had this experience in the past, not for probably till about last year and even the year before. From time to time I would get this, and my understanding at the time was that I was being cleared of something was cleansing in my body and shifting, and I'd quite often feel that something, I didn't know what it was, I didn't need to know, but it was like I was having a reboot, a cleanse, and my body knew what it needed to do. So as I say, I haven't had it for quite some time until last week. And again, I just thought, oh, is this something I've eaten? But I thought, no, this is a cleanse, it's a reboot, it's something leaving my body, and just trust that. And I've been drinking a lot of peppermint tea over that period of time to settle it, and resting when I've needed to rest, etc., etc. And yeah, I don't want to analyze things in my life anymore. I'm done with that. But I kind of had a feeling, yeah, this is something that's happening. So anyway, yesterday, I have been doing a Facebook live meditation for the last few weeks on a group I'm doing, Space for Grace. And something in me just didn't feel to do it. Yesterday, that would have been. And I spoke to a friend on Monday, and they said, oh, are you doing your meditation on Tuesday? And I said, I don't know. She said, well, it's only tomorrow, Anne-Marie. I said, yeah, I know. I said, I don't know what I'm doing in 2 minutes, let alone tomorrow. So yesterday morning, I just thought, no, I just don't feel like it. And I couldn't tell you why. I have absolutely no idea, but I trusted it. So I got about with my day. I posted on the page that I wouldn't be doing it, and offered a lovely meditation by Joe Dispenza as an alternative. And I went for a beautiful early evening walk in my village. I really felt to go out. I mean, I've been going out most days, but this was, I don't know, something felt different. So I ended up going over, it's called Windmill Hill in my village, which isn't far from where I live, but it's a beautiful vista. And as I was walking up there, it gets you out of breath because it is uphill, the first part, which is great. And I know it's really obviously good for me. And the view was just spectacular. It was a beautiful evening. There weren't that many people about. But what filled my heart was just this field of sheep and these baby lambs just literally running with glee in this, like, I've never seen it quite like this. I've seen lambs on their own running, or a couple, but there was like 5, 6, 7 of them, like this little group they formed, and they were running across from one side to the other, and it was such a joy. So that filled my heart, and I thought, wow, what an evening. And the sun was bright in the sky as it was coming down, and it was a beautiful walk. So I got home and I thought, I'm going to have a lovely bath with my Epsom salts. That felt true for me, so I did that, and it felt really relaxing. And then I wanted to do a meditation. So I've got a new meditation from Dr. Joe Dispenza. I've listened to it once when he gave us a retreat called Inner Mission, which I did a couple of weeks ago at home. So I downloaded this particular meditation. It's an advanced meditation. You can only get it if you've done one of his week-long advance. And it was sort of, 8 in the evening, maybe even later, I can't remember. And it was quite a long, it was over an hour and 20 minutes or something. And I was, really enjoyed this meditation. And then it just got to the point at the end where you have to lie down just to absorb everything. And there was something in me just knew this was important. And I just got this memory, well, not even a memory, it was a message of something that happened to me when I was a child. I was about 3. I'd lived in Gibraltar for 2 years then because my father was in the Navy, so we were out there. I don't remember anything about living there apart from, well, my parents told me I broke my leg when I was over there. I don't remember that, but I remember being carried from the swing, because I fell off a swing with some friends, and this person I didn't know carried me and took me to my parents. That's the only memory of the whole time I was in Gibraltar. But what is interesting, my mum particularly used to say, many years ago, I can't remember, that I was a changed child after that experience. But also, she told me that when I broke my leg, they set it, but they set it wrong, incorrectly. And I had to go back and have it reset. And my mum said that they advised her to go for a long walk as far away as possible because I would probably potentially be, screaming and not comfortable. And as I said, I've not thought about this for years and years and years. But I had this awareness. And the awareness was they held me down. And there was this sense that they held me down in my belly, right where I've been having this healing or cleansing. And I wasn't upset from that experience, but there was something in me that obviously that trauma was in my body. Because I just had this sense of not even being the child, it's quite hard to put into words, but they held me down. And then from nowhere, these, not even tears, it's so hard to put into words, like this crying, but like a deep, ancient cry. I don't know how else to put it into words, that came out of me. And I wasn't sad, I wasn't upset, but it was like the trauma, the grief, the whatever was happening just came out in this kind of, not even wailing, it was some tears, but it was a sound I'd never heard me make before. That's all I can say. And I wasn't frightened, I wasn't, as I say, upset. It was the most surreal experience I've had. And I just knew this was part of my healing. And I got this message, this is a deep clearing. You'll never be the same again. And once this sound, this crying came out of my body, I just turned over and lay in the child position, sort of fetal position, just to rest. I wasn't upset, I wasn't sad, I wasn't in grief. And I knew something had changed. And to this point, it's only not even 24 hours ago, so I don't know yet. But today, I laid in and I just felt tired. And I felt, I don't want to do anything today. And my ego, part of me said, well, you should be doing something, Anne-Marie. But I just can't. There's nothing to do. And I'm running a group at the moment. It's called Heart Ascension, which is a 6-week group. And we started on Sunday. And part of the homework was doing what we call morning pages, which is just writing 3 pages. Not to be intellectual or clever, just getting stuff out of our head, ramblings, basically. And I've done that many times in the past, and I've also in the past done a lot of channeled writing in the past. Anyway, I sat down today. It wasn't first thing in the morning. It wasn't probably till about 11 a.m. I thought, I better, do my writing. And I just got this channeling. It just came straight through me. And it also reminded me that it's something I've parked and not really used. And do you know what also? Part of me felt I shouldn't share it in the past because I felt a bit, well, who are you to do that? What are people going to think of you? arrogant. I don't know, all those crazy ego messages. But today it's just like, this is what you're here to do. It's part of what you're here to do. And my gut, knowing of the truth that just came through me in this message, so I wanted to share it with you. It's partly for me, but it's also for others to hear. So, beloved child of God, there is nothing to do. You are not meant to plan anymore. There is much to do, but not from the way it was done before. You are placing all in my hands. You are allowing all to be created from my source and my supply. For it is ever given, ever flowing, always available and always true. Give up the seeking, give up the knowing, and be. Just be with me. Please do not preempt or scavenge around for food in the dirt or for a way to prove your worth. This is not required, nor ever was. You are being asked to hold the light at these times and let them know that all is well. You do not need to preach this, but just live it and teach by your example. Be at one with me and allow all to come to you. Do not fear, for in this energy you have nothing to give and you cannot serve. The recoiling within is a splendid message and awareness of lockdown within. You must teach the opposites now. You must teach from a paradigm of giving, loving, laughing, playing, plenty, power, and peace. People want practical, useful help, not from worshipping an idol or ways of old. No, this is not the way anymore. We are pleased you are listening. We are pleased you have come to know all is very, very well. This is your message now, and you will be supplied with plenty. It is good you are still now, for you teach this for those who do not know how, who do not believe, who are paralyzed in shame, guilt, persecution of the self, blame of others, and a belief of a source outside of themselves. Please do not be concerned in how to do this, for you are now a channel that we will use to enable the message. Come one, come all, and so it is. And I've gone incredibly hot and I need to take a layer off. Oh, wow. Whew. So guys, the message, I've got to add on, sorry, I'm a bit of a rambling here, but the lesson for today for Course in Miracles 106 is let me be still and listen to the truth. And I read that after I got the channeling. So we need to slow down, we need to stop, we need to listen to our gut. We need to go within. And for those of you already on this path, you know this. For those of you who are seeking or trying to find sense of life at the moment, this is the message. And this isn't just for today and over this period of time while we're in this transition. Are you going to take this forward with you every day? And I'm really clear that this is a practice time for those of us who want to do this work and want to align and be the light and to teach the truth that we are love and we are limitless and we cannot die. Our bodies will die, of course, but our spirit is never-ending and joyous. And all ours are beautiful friends and family who are on the other side will tell you the same if you tune into them. They are ecstatically happy. They do not fear one second. So the message is, guys, listen. Take time to go within and listen and trust. And use this time wisely for your own awakening and for the way that you are here to serve. This is not an egoic, look at me, aren't I great? I can change people, I can heal the world. It's not about that. It's a very gentle living in a certain way, in alignment and practicing it. And we don't know till we know. And for the ego, that's excruciating. The ego wants a plan. The ego wants to know. So guys, just go within and be still and listen. And you can do this. Everyone has this connection. Everyone. But you've got to be still enough, and you've got to remove the baggage and the layers and the denseness of fear and everything that goes with that. And the addiction to doing and the addiction to playing out our inner wounds, really. So I'm so grateful I trusted my guidance yesterday and went with the flow and allowed that. It felt sublime, actually, that experience that I had. So there is the message. I've shared it, and I feel this is part of the way to move forward, that receiving these messages. So I send you love, and I send you blessings, and to go within and to listen. So much love, and be as you are, and all is very well. Thank you.